Hey everyone, and welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to crack the code on a skill that's honestly a superpower: clear, effective writing. And listen, this isn't about some boring grammar textbook with a million rules. It's about understanding a simple, logical system.
All right, let's jump right in with a little puzzle. I want you to read this sentence. Walking to the store, the street seemed so quiet and peaceful to Laura. Say it out loud with me. Sounds perfectly fine, right? But take a closer look. Is something a little off?
So what's the deal? Well, the way it's written, it sounds like the street itself is taking a stroll to the store, which, last time I checked, streets don't do that. Now, catching this stuff isn't about being some grammar police. It's about mastering what we're calling the clarity code. And that's exactly what we're going to unlock together today.
Okay, so here's the game plan. We're going to break down this code into 3 core principles: precision, logic, and brevity. And then we'll wrap it all up into a super simple toolkit you can start using, like, immediately.
All right, first principle, precision. Think of this as the foundation for everything else. It's all about being deliberate, about choosing the exact right word for the job. No fluff, no guesswork.
Okay, this table is a perfect example of what I mean. Just look at the difference between "he was a quick study" and "he learned quickly." See? One describes the person, the other describes the action. It's the same thing with having a good dog versus a dog that is well trained. It's a tiny change, but choosing the right one paints a much clearer picture for your reader instantly.
And oh, this is a big one. Less versus fewer. So many people get this mixed up, but the rule is actually super simple. If you can count it, like goals or apples or whatever, you use fewer. If you can't count it, like grass or water, you use less. Getting this right is a small tweak that makes you sound so much more professional. Okay, so we've got precision down, choosing the right word. Now let's talk about our second principle, logic. This is all about making sure your sentences actually, make sense. That walking street from the beginning, total logic fail.
Okay, puzzle time again. Check this one out. Unable to beat the enemy through brute force alone, deception seemed necessary. So, who exactly was unable to beat the enemy here? The sentence is a little sneaky.
Yep, it's the same trap as our walking street. It's what's called a misplaced modifier. That first part, unable to beat the enemy, it's just hanging there. It's not attached to anything. So it sounds like deception was the one trying to fight the battle. And that's just, well, it's not logical.
And boom, here's the fix. Just by putting the army right at the beginning of the main clause, we connect that action to the doer. Suddenly, it all clicks into place. It's logical, it's clear. So the big takeaway? Keep your descriptions right next to the thing you're describing.
All right. Another part of logic is making sure you're comparing apples to apples, not apples to, well, floors. You can't say the rooms on one floor are bigger than the entire other floor. That just doesn't compute, right? But add that one little word, those, and you're now comparing rooms to rooms. It's a simple check that just keeps your arguments sound.
Okay, last piece of this logic puzzle is something called parallel structure. I like to think of it like a beat in a song. When you say, "Andrew enjoys swimming, skating, and to play golf," it just sounds clunky, right? It throws off the rhythm. But when you make them all match, swimming, skating, and playing, the sentence just flows. It's so much easier and more satisfying to read.
And that brings us to our third, and maybe my favorite principle, brevity. Now, this isn't just about writing short sentences. It's about creating more impact with fewer words. It's about trimming the fat so your main point can really shine.
Okay, you're gonna love this slide. This is your secret weapon for cutting out all that fluff. I mean, why say "due to the fact that" when you can just say "because"? Or "in order to" when just "to" works perfectly? Making these little swaps is one of the fastest ways to make your writing sound sharper and more confident.
And while we're at it, keep an eye out for these sneaky redundancies. Past history? Well, yeah, all history's in the past. True facts? All facts are true. End result? That's what a result is. You lose zero meaning by cutting these words, but you gain so much clarity.
So let's put it all together. Here is your clarity toolkit. It's 3 simple steps. 1.
precision. Use the exact right word. 2. Logic. Make sure your sentences make sense from start to finish. And 3. Brevity. Cut the fluff. Get straight to the point.
Look, mastering this code isn't just about getting a good grade or sounding smart on an email. It's a genuine superpower. It's the power to get your ideas heard, to convince people, to connect. So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you have the keys, what amazing idea are you going to unlock first?